Okay, this is the fourth trade I took, which is on Thursday, the next day. I think this is New York session. Okay. Um, the price did move quite bullish after the test of this zone, right? Like yesterday we saw, this is the 4H zone here. It tested and it pushed quite high. It pushed quite much here. So I'm expecting the price back to bullish after breaking here. So my buyers, yeah, I wrote here, my buyers, I switched back to bullish from previous two trades because price hit the major 4H and 1H demand zone followed by strong momentum, which is on Wednesday. Okay, the strong momentum here. This one, this leg. Okay, this price. Okay, and then this setup is to, okay, now the price has approached a 10-minute supply zone after sweeping morning high and very strong trend today. This setup was counter trend. Yeah, I'm trading a pullback again. Anticipate exhaustion for a pullback. I get to R. So you can see the price keep going up and hit one of the 10-minute supply zone. I'm expecting this price to pull back just a little. You see here, I'm targeting 2R only because the price has been moving up very much. So this one is on New York session. No news, no momentum. There's liquidity below, of course, and yeah, I waited for confirmation. Setup quality B plus due to counter trend and countering strong momentum. You see, strong momentum and countering trend because it's on a low time frame uptrend now. I'm trying to trade the pullback. Okay, after my entry, what did I do? I aim for 2R only, pullback trade. Okay, BE once a new BOS appear in low time frame. This is the chart. I move BE once the price broke here. Immediately I move BE. Okay, but the price did struggle here. It did not move further down, and it's already 1 a.m. because on my time zone it's already 1 a.m. I'm going to bed already. Either it BE or TP, I will leave it. Okay, so I already moved my BE. I expect price to come back down here, but it did not. It just hit my BE first. It just hit my BE first, then it went down. So yeah, look at this. Um, yeah, it just hit my BE and it went down. On the next day lah, not on the same day. See here the price go back down. If I would have leave it open, if it did not hit my BE, I would have taken my 2R already. Okay, so for this review, nothing much. I executed everything as usual. I wait for the BOI, I wait for my confirmation, and then I took the trade. My stop loss is above the zone. I move my BE once I see a break of structure, protect my risk, and I did what I could, but it didn't hit my TP. So for this trade, nothing much. Okay, what I say here is be more precise on the stop loss next time. Perhaps can improve and shorten my time. Or maybe I can improve. What I see is that I can improve is that maybe my stop loss I can move here so that my RR can be 2R can be shorter. Perhaps maybe here or here, but the price moved to my BE anyway. So this is just something I find to be to improve my trade lah. Okay, this is a trade, so nothing much. This one I took the BE and negative for the commission. So let's move on to the next trade. Okay, so this is the last trade I took. I think I'm not sure this or Thursday or Friday, but yeah, for this trade I'm expecting bullishness again. Okay, like what I have switched from my buyers yesterday. And this, what did I say for this setup? Wednesday price is crazy with bullishness, but hit a major supply zone with selling pressure. Anticipate further pullback. Okay, so I assume that what you call that? This major demand had pushed the price up, right, on Wednesday, on Tuesday. Then it pulled back down here, So I expect the price pull further down to retest again certain zone here, and then push back up again. So that is my bullish view. On this setup, it's a pullback setup. Okay, price hit a 15-minute supply zone followed by a selling momentum plus confirmation low time frame. So this is the zone which I marked, and I waited for 2 leg broke structure, then I enter. And this is on London session as well, which is within my time window. Okay, as you can see, yeah, this is the zone. It perfectly hit the zone and it reacted. Okay, so in the low time frame, it reacted like this. I enter directly and I manage the trade. So it's A minus setup due to counter trend. Of course, if it's counter trend, I won't put it as A plus because it's risky to trade countering the trend. the rest of the criteria seem fit. Emotional wise, I'm neutral already, clear-minded today, taking what I see today, part of my setup plan. Okay. And on trade management wise, I try to optimize stop loss today. I did not put above the zone, I just covered the wick here. Okay, this is the ending chart. 2 leg, confirmation break entry, I enter. I waited for price to reach here, and I wait for a second break of structure here, and I move my BE. On this trade itself, I already moved my stop loss above the zone. Yeah, you see, I can see this. You can see my mouse here. I can see this zone as a retest. Perhaps price might reach here to retest, so I don't want to move my price to BE first. I move my stop loss to the invalidation zone. So if the price hit above here, then officially my trade is cancelled. It's wrong. So I leave the price move. I did not move BE until here the second break happened. Okay, and then yeah, eventually price hit my TP. For this trade, nothing much I can see on my mistake because I followed my system. The price hit the POI. I waited for confirmation. I waited for time window. I just executed it. So nothing much. Reacted. Yeah, did my research, did my execution right. Reacted from the point of interest, entry, stop loss, BETP, all managed well. Remember this kind of trade. Easy 3R. Okay. So let's move on. Next trade. Okay. So I think this is Friday, the last trade of the week. And this trade is actually a pullback trade also, if I'm not wrong. Bearish. Yeah, my bias, I switched to bearish again because I don't know, this week the price is chopping, just chopping around. You see, it go up, it went down, it go up. And I thought the price after the pullback, it went up. But after this sweep, you see, after this sweep on Thursday, it went back down again to retest this demand zone. So I'm expecting price to be weak. If the demand zone tested a few times, I think it will not hold, which I have mentioned. This is Friday already, which I did a video for the next week narrative. I'm expecting price to go further down. So this trade, bearish, narrative chopping whole week, up and down. But by end of Friday, by end of the week on Friday, can usually see the price turning bearish because I'm not sure, but yeah, it's always like that. So the setup type is sweep and pullback for continuation sell. Price did sweep a swing low and reverse with a 2-leg confirmation on low time frame. However, I'm cautioned that it might do the actual sweep of the high time frame swing low, which is the lowest line. Let me see. Yeah, I think what I mean is that it did sweep this low here, which is exactly on the time zone during what session is this? The London session. Okay, but there is a lower swing low here that is not broken. Look at this. I'm expecting this to sweep first. Actually, I wanted price to sweep at least this high, this low first before going up, but it didn't. It just swept this low. Look at the chart here, and then it went up on London London time open, and it did a low time frame break of structure. This is where I enter. Okay, it swept 2-leg confirmation. I enter directly. Okay, but I remain caution. B plus setup, considering a counter trend pullback trade because I switched to bullish. So this pulling back up is a pullback trade, not exactly a complete sweep. Yeah, as I mentioned, there's a further down swing low. Emotional neutral. PA did not, price action did not act as what I planned because I planned the price to sweep even lower. Okay, but the sign of reversal for pullback caught my attention. It is obvious I couldn't not take it. So I took it. The trade management wise, I cover my stop loss slightly below the next swing low. Okay, which is the higher time frame sweep, which I mentioned. Would move my stop loss above if the first break of structure occurred. So yeah, this is what. Oh, this is manually close position. Manually, I did close the position because, yeah, as you can see here, because the price struggled very long here. Look at this entire price action. It just swing. Then ended up on the New York session. It did sweep the low eventually. Then the price shot up. I missed that trade, so I did not chase it. Right, but I manually closed the trade because of that. I would say I took what was the mistake. I think I would say I took the counter trend too much, knowing probability of the counter trend is lower. Okay, because for the past few trades you can see it's all counter trend. Not letting my stop loss hit. I should not mess with my stop loss. I could have let my stop loss hit since I moved the stop loss for a reason which will invalidate my setup. However, on this situation, I objectively not like the price moving sideways. So yeah, that's why I took the manual close. I close it with a break even. Then what I think is that don't be afraid of stop loss. Let the stop loss hit. Let the trade invalidate itself. Take lesser counter trade. what I mean is this lah. I think because as you can see on the 2H here, after the price struggling here, I actually moved my stop loss right, I think right below here on this zone. I think this zone or this zone, but I see there is a wick here, I move it here. But then I close it, I close it somewhere here. The price is still swinging, but eventually it will take me out lah. Even though my stop loss below this swing, even though my stop loss slightly below this swing, it just took out my swing also, and then it went up. See, look at this one. It just fly up with these two leg. With these two leg, I'm not entering anymore because it's the price moved too much already. I'm not taking that risk to enter here again. But eventually it worked lah. But I don't want to chase it anymore. So yeah, this is my last trade for the week. 15 Friday on December 19. And for this week, I took a profit of around 600 plus 7R after commission and stuff. So yeah, a pretty good week actually, I consider. And these are my trade review lah. So you can refer back to my previous video on the narrative building on next week. So if next week I take any trade again, I will share the review on this page also lah. And also I will further explain on my FTMO challenge on a separate video next time. Okay, thank you for watching.